Thank you, Philadelphia Eagles.
Fly, Eagles, fly. I don't know the rest of it, but good job.
The Patriots did their part. The Philadelphia Eagles beat the Buffalo Bills this afternoon. Therefore, the Patriots are AFC East champs for the first time since 2019. Think about the turnaround this team has gone through. 13 losses a year ago, 13 wins this year. They have a chance to get to 14 wins next week when they take on the Miami Dolphins. But hey, case closed.
Yeah, AFC and I would say with one game to spare, like you win the division, and you still have, obviously the number one seed in the AFC is still up for grabs. But I don't know, listen, you can sit there and look at all the different teams out there, all the different new hires that were in this last hiring cycle, and Mike Vrabel is easily at the top, in my opinion. That I think is based on what they were up against, all the things he had to change, injuries. You name it, right? They lost his defense. He lost his defensive coordinator. He lost his defensive coordinator. Yeah, I think that it's really two people. It's a two-horse race. It's Ben Johnson, and I think it's Mike Vrabel. And I don't think it even matters how the final rest of the games go, especially for the Bears. I don't think it matters. I think that most people probably have their mind made up
already.
Yeah, I think so. I think they've decided to go with Ben Johnson or Mike Vrabel. For me, my money's on, I think the guy that did the best job with everything considered, right, is Mike Vrabel. He should be your NFL Coach of the Year.
And that being said, should Drake Maye be your MVP of the year?
Well, see, this one's a little bit more challenging, right? Just based on
the numbers he put up today, even more challenging.
The numbers are ridiculous, especially for a young player. I don't think you can deny that. But the fact is that he's probably going to be going against Matthew Stafford. That's really the only other viable candidate that I can think of where it's because it's a quarterback award, right? It'll go to a running back every now and then, but it's really a quarterback award, and it usually with a team that's one of the best teams and with the numbers to back it up. But the Rams may not even win their division. So I think that should play into it as well. So right now,
after today's game, Drake Maye put his name back at the top of the list.
I would say last week, I thought going into this game, he was going to have an opportunity to pad his stats to show like he
started out 11 for 11.
And that's my point, but it was the Jets, and you're like, oh, it's going to be too easy. But it was such a high level of efficiency and just, command of the offense. I feel like they're going to weigh that because they look at what the Rams said against the Seahawks in a loss. And look, Matthew Stafford that loss should not be held against him because Stafford showed up. He had over 300 yards passing, a bunch of touchdowns. He was great. It could be, you could have NFL Coach of the Year and you could have MVP
on the same team.
Talk about a turnaround.
No question about it. Let's talk about some of these catches these receivers are making because Mac Hollins did not play today. Afton Chisholm came in, did a phenomenal job. Stephon Diggs has been doing a great job all year round, but the catch he made down the sideline was just off the charts.
It kind of reminded you of an all-pro Pro Bowl catch, didn't it? Well, the guy didn't make the Pro Bowl, and I get it, his numbers weren't there. That's fine, but he is an absolute all-pro type receiver, and he keeps making plays of impact. Some people will look at him and say, well, there's not enough receptions, there's not enough yards. Doesn't matter. What type of player would you like to be in the NFL? Would you like to be a production numbers guy or an impact clutch guy in games that matter, Steve? Right. For third down plays that actually make a difference. That's who I would, if I had the option. The numbers are great, but I want to be remembered for something a little bit more than that.
Drake Maye threw 5 touchdown passes to 5 different receivers. Between Hooper and Stevenson and Hunter Henry, Diggs, Chisholm, Afton Chisholm.
There was he had more touchdowns than incompletions.
Think about that.
And then the one incompletion that broke his streak was to Kyle Williams. It was a perfect throw. The dude just dropped it. That would have drove me nuts. But you know what? No big deal. We're not going to hold it against them. Listen, there wasn't much pushback by the Jets. Granted, still not their problem. Not the Patriots' problem. We used to say it all the time. It's not our problem that you're not very good. And we're not going to be easy on you just because your coach isn't as good and your talent isn't as good. Not our problem. This isn't Pop Warner football. This isn't Little League baseball, right? This is big boy football, so nobody's feelings should get hurt.
The biggest pushback the Patriots had today was Christian Barmore right before that. Mike Vrabel. What happened there? And Vrabel handled it very well because he's trying to convince Barmore, calm down. Everybody just calm down. Keep your composure, but go ahead.
That's the type of situation where another player does something dirty to your player, right? They did it to Barmore. One of the offensive linemen for the Jets was real dirty. and he couldn't help himself, right? And that's when you have to have the most composure and the most discipline. Is you need to just kind of keep it inside, because in a playoff game, this is where it hurts you. If you lose your composure and you lose your temper in a playoff game, in a situation, let's say you just get a third down stop, and then you're the one that hits a player after the whistle. Well, now you just gave them a fresh set of downs. The Patriots can't afford to lose games like that.
Right.
Let the other team do something stupid. Let's be the one
to capitalize
that is known for being smart and advantageous. That's, I think, ultimately what they're trying to do.
Ramondre Stevenson, I want you to talk about him a little bit, because he is really coming on towards the end of the season. He is having a phenomenal back end of the season, and he's finishing strong.
I'm glad you brought him up, because I think a lot of the issues that some players had, especially early on in the season, Ramondre Stevenson, he couldn't hold on to the football. We were talking about, on this very set, talking about benching him to teach him a lesson.
Right.
Vrabel never did that.
No,
even though you had Travion Henderson, who was like chomping at the bit, and we know how good he is. Imagine how much belief that Mike Vrabel had in his back, right, and the right mentality and the right, I guess, game plan to manage his fumbleitis.
Right.
Like that, he was helping them lose games. And I think that where he is now, it's almost like nobody even thinks about it, nobody even talks about it, especially now that the season is over. He struggled at the beginning of the season. He has really come along.
How many years did you play in the National Football League?
13.
13 years. How hard is it to go 8-0 on the road?
Man, it is really tough. And think about it, of all the great teams that the Patriots have had here, right, especially during that long Tom Brady run, this is only the third time that's happened. Only the third time that's happened. When you think about it, an undefeated season, okay, that was the one year, right? They went undefeated during the regular season. But that's it? With all the Super Bowls that they've gone to, forget about the ones that they lost, all those seasons, they've only done it once. Amazing.
I will say this to you, you're him.
And so are you.
You're him.
You're him.